So yeah, I would say that this is one of my earlier drawings that I would classify in the SHELLZKI style that I was developing. But yeah, so I shall move on to the next one. What do we have here? Here is, my goodness, my characters, original characters. That, again, I have to make a complete other series about these concepts, character designs, whatever I want to call them, because they have caused me a lot of strife in my life. Just because, you know, when you have an idea, and these particular characters have followed me around for so long, you just have to turn it into something. You have to complete the story, or at least that's something that I've been really trying to do. And I am getting closer to it because I've converted all of the content that I've ever made that included some of these characters into this final project that I'm converting into a book, because I simply do not have time to draw it all as a comic as maybe in the past I would have liked to do. And that sent me on a whole journey of trying to learn how to write, and I'm definitely a bit better at it now. But yeah, so I'm kind of my younger years, I guess I was more into drawing, and you know, I'm going through my sketchbooks now as a kind of way to just revisit that part of myself. But the last couple of years of my life, I've been trying to learn how to write, and kind of restricting myself from drawing so I can focus on that more, because I think writing is a very useful skill for all like areas of life, but especially for storytelling, right? Because I would just come up with these characters sometimes, and I wouldn't have like a full backstory for them, and there were just these loose concepts just running around in my head constantly. So it's good to be able to put them into one story that has a beginning, middle, and end. And I've finally managed to do that. Because what you see here is just like a chaotic, fun kind of event, right? There's zombies and they're fighting them, and it doesn't really, there's no context. I didn't have like a backstory for this image, but I just wanted to draw them doing something cool and fun, I guess. Or like action related, with a dramatic image. But yeah, anyway, so I have taken the time to actually try and devise a more sensible story for these that involve these characters. But you know, they've always kind of been reoccurring in my sketchbooks, and yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing it as a novel now. It's just a lot. I guess it has been faster to capture them in that way. But anyways, back to my more simple drawings that don't have so much tied to them. Like these are just sketches. Some continuing the sketchbook tour. Yeah, these ones, I think maybe this character is based off of Dave Matthews. I liked that band, and I think I might have been thinking about that guy while I was drawing. Oh my god, back to some serious teenage angst. So angsty. I think that's meant to be me playing the guitar. Oh yeah, lame. And then what do we have here? More dragons. Love the dragons. This guy has some real bad hair. I don't know what that style is. But yeah. Ooh, Katy Perry song here. I must have been listening to a little annotation there. This is some Edward Cullen looking character. And then this is kind of cool. This little alien dude. I like that design. Monster creature design. More dragons. Weird bear frog dragon. Getting real creative there. Sketch. This is kind of, sometimes it's fun to even look at your really crappy sketches that don't resemble much. Like obviously this is the beginning of trying to draw a scene where someone's at the piano and someone's at the guitar. Yeah. Whoa, this is some Sleepy Hollows. Oh yeah, I think that was a movie with Johnny Depp back when he was young and handsome. I don't really like how he looks now. Anyways, but whatever. Some more sketches here. What do my annotations say? There's a monkey with bananas. I don't know who this dude is. Prince of Persia, ugly. Oops. I guess I didn't like that. That's, I think, Edward Cullen again, or whatever his name is, the actor. Thinking about that guy. So it's so interesting to me, right? Like how you see all of this media while you're young, and then it kind of circulates through your mind, and you think about it when you draw, because it's kind of imprinted into your memory somewhere. And then you go to draw a face, and then it can turn into something that you've kind of seen before. Yeah. Or sometimes it's totally random, but I find for me, like, I can look at a drawing sometimes and be like, oh, I was thinking about this character or actor or musician at the time. Yeah. Let's go this way. Shocked expression. Oh my god. What the fuck? For sure. For sure. This is a weird sketch. Again, one really well done eye, and then the rest is the... And then, oh my god, I love Sora in Kingdom Hearts and those sorts of characters. So, fully sick. Oh yeah, people used to like saying that in school as well. Fully sick, bro. But yeah, it's kind of like a, yeah, very anime. They've got the cool side fringe. More Edward Cullen. Girl, oh no. Oh, it's so embarrassing. But whatever. This is meant to be Michael C. Hall, except it looks atrocious. But sometimes it's just funny to look at your old drawings because they're not very good, and instead of being like, wow, that's so amazing, you can laugh at it, the crappy attempt. But yeah, and then some robot chicks. What do we have here? Another robot lady, lots of little characters, and a wolf, and this guy, he's like looking at her like, hey cutie, what's up, or something, I don't know. Lots of wolves. Oh my god, some furries. Jeez, bipedal furries. I'm sorry. Don't judge me, okay? I've drawn a lot of things in my time. Oh, and then here, this chick here with the Sora shoes. Very much into those crazy big chunky anime-like shoes that they like. Wow, look at this guy. Really well done lower half. And then look at this Chad guy here with this smug grin. Oh, these are some Twilight characters. Jesus Christ. I think that's meant to be Jasper. And I don't know, some of the other ones. It's Edward Cullen again. I don't even think he's that attractive now, but oh well. Sometimes I wonder about what you find attractive when you're young versus when you get older. I definitely experienced a huge change in what I found attractive as I got older. Like a total flip. But anyways, continuing on from there. Oh, but yeah, you know, because the media, they put certain people in certain roles as the leading stars, and then you're like, oh wow, that's the powerful person who we're all meant to focus on, and then maybe that seeps into your brain a bit, yeah, like, and then you start to find that look attractive because of the association. But I'm not entirely certain. It's a lot of factors that play into attraction, I think. Yeah, what do we have here? Another character in a long coat. Long coats, all about them coats. I think a lot of the shows, crime shows, like the characters would wear cool long coats, and it's kind of like, I don't know, It's a fun look to draw. Oh no, more furry people. Woo. The feet look good though. But anyways, it's a bit awkward. What else? Just some real loose anime-ish kind of scribbles. And then looks like the beginning of another furry, but it didn't eventuate. Oh, and this, okay. All right, this is like a plastic sheet here. I think it's all related to this story. I'll do a fresh cut. So stopping here. Okay, so from what I can remember about this story that I made a long time ago, and again, it's like just really a few kind of things that captured the general concept of what this was meant to be. I never finished anything. I would start so many things and not finish them. But yeah, the idea of this one, I think, was that, well, clearly it's a romance, but it's funny to me, this story, because I'm pretty sure I started this when I was I would have been 13 or 14 in high school, and then you start to see everybody's like getting in relationships and whatnot, and I was a bit of a late bloomer in that respect, like, or there was people I had crushes on, but nothing ever really happened because, I don't know, I was a very introverted person, as I think a lot of people who draw tend to be. I certainly would use it as a form of escapism a lot, and probably in very unhealthy ways at times, to be honest. But nevertheless, let's go through this. Let's go through this story. So to create this image, I believe I traced my own face. I'm not sure. Either like took a photo of my face somehow, or yeah, basically my face is a reference for both characters, so the male and female. And I don't know, I think I was reading some romance novels at the time, and so I was thinking about stuff like that. And then I think also I might have seen, what's it called, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So I feel maybe that influenced this story a bit, because really, from what I can remember happens in this one is, it's the whole boy meets girl scenario, and then what ends up happening is he ends up figuring out that Lucy is a figment of his imagination, that he's using as like a coping mechanism for his life. Or maybe there was also like the concept of him being in a coma and she's there like helping him through his coma, and then yeah, something to do with that, like memory and coping with life and loneliness, which makes sense because at the time I guess I felt a bit lonely, so the story might reflect that a bit. But anyways, let's see. I wrote in, I don't know if I should read through this because it's probably very bad writing, and I don't you know what, let me read through this and then we can look through whatever is in here, because I think it's all related. This might be like the beginning of the story. Let me make sure it's okay. Let me try to read through this. I haven't read through it in a long time. So it says 2008. I would have been 13, I think. Inspired by Joseph Arthur in the Sun. Okay, see, I left myself a little annotation there. So it's a song I was listening to when I was creating this. So it's full of angst, I'm sure, but anyways. Hi, or I'm George. Hi, I'm here because I want to tell you about a girl, a brilliant, strange, smart, funny, talented girl, and wonderful girl, Lucy. It all started on the first day of fall. It was a marvelously crappy day. George, yelled Mr. Heine. That's my boss. And yes, that's his real name. Why the hell haven't you finished those papers yet? I don't pay you to eat shit and scratch your ass all day. Sorry, sorry, Heine, sir, Mr. Heine, I answered. If I had a gun, I'd scare the crap out of that asshole. Oh my God. If you don't get that pile of work on your desk finished in 20 minutes, I will fire you. And this time, I'm not just saying that to make you shit your pants. Yes, sir. Oh my God. I can't finish all of this in 20 minutes. That's not fucking fair. Molly at the help desk keeps on dropping her papers into my to-do pile. That's why I have triple the amount of papers to get done. Bitch. Anyways, I don't know if I should censor or not, but whatever. Maybe I can bleep it later. Molly, yes, Mr. Heine, get me a strong long black from Casey's coffee, he demanded. But that's like, she paused for a few moments, 3 blocks away. Molly, he paused and looked at her as if she were mentally retarded, which I actually think she is. Just go get it. But shut up, Molly, you stupid blonde. Oh my God. Go get me a goddamn coffee. I mean, I did hire you for your cherry ass. Oh my God. But you don't do shit around here. Go make yourself useful. Gosh, this boss, horrible boss. It's like horrible bosses. Sure thing, Jimmy. She smiled as if she had just been spoken to like a dog that keeps on destroying your clothes, and even when you kick it, each time you do the washing, it still rips up your favorite pair of underwear. I had a dog like that once. He was... Oh, never mind. Anyways. All right. Molly picked up her bag and tumbled out through the front office doors. A few office workers stared at the boss for a few seconds before he yelled, "What are you all looking at? You got a problem? You're fired." You'd think that we'd all just quit, but we are all here for the same reason. And no, you can't quit. You all need the money. There you go. So shut the fuck up and do what you're assigned. He trotted off to his office, and just as he was about to open the door, a fairly new worker, Sue, her name was, I think, she mumbled, "You can't tell us to fuck up." The room went silent. Mr. Heine turned around slowly. He spoke. "Sue, what the did you just say to me?" "Nothing, sir." She was trembling as he approached her. Everyone else in the room said nothing. They were half pretending to do their work and half watching what poor Sue was going through. "No, Sue, it's okay." It wasn't okay at all. "Just tell me what you said." Sue spoke. "I said," she hesitated, but then spoke very quickly. "I said you can't tell us." "Shut the fuck up." Workers stopped typing. So did I. "Oh, really?" "Well, nobody said anything, and I mean, you could have just said, you could have said, stop fucking staring at me." People shrugged in their separated cubicles. Shrugged? Shiggered. What the... Sniggered. Oh, sniggered. Yes, I want to be a writer, but I'm very bad at spelling. Good thing that, our ChatGPT is helping me with my editing. But anyways, it's interesting to read my writing style back then. I think there's a lot of formatting issues and grammar, and the way that the dialogue is just like in big paragraphs. It's not very well structured. But anyways, we'll just keep reading through and see what's gonna happen here. Get out now, Sue. You are fucking fired. But sir, I need the money. Get the fuck out. Sue collected her items. As she scooped them all into her bag, Mr. Heine raged. Any other idiots got anything else to say? Nobody spoke. Dead silence literally fell over the entire office. Good, that's what I thought. He trod on back to his office, through Though halfway there, he stopped, thought, and then peered at his watch. "George," he yelled. I was startled. My hand flung forwards, knocking over my quite recently made cup of tea, all over my work? I don't know what that word is meant to be. Huck, hut, 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 huh. Yes, sir. Oh, for fuck's sake, would you clean that up? Yeah, of course. I grabbed a handful of tissues from my desk and tried to clean up the hot, steaming, painful tea. George, Mr. Heine said, you haven't finished your papers. Dread came over me, but I thought maybe he was just joking before, about firing me. Or maybe not. Georgie boy, yeah. I like you. Yeah, well, actually, I don't like anyone here. But anyways, remember what I said about you not finishing your papers? Yes. Well, usually I'd just yell at your ass some more. But today, since I'm pissed off to... I don't know. You're fucking fired. I was so pissed. I could feel anger pulsating through me. Okay, Mr. Heine, please tell me, because I would like to know. Are you... Oh my God. Get no filter here. Back in the day. Could you finish a fucking 3-story high pile of... There's a lot of swear words in here. In 20 freaking minutes. Mr. Heine's face went red with constipation. Okay, I'm gonna skip all this. I've killed you yet. Whoa. This, so as you can see, I don't think the characters are acting very realistically. It's super chaotic, and it's just like, I think I'm just trying to make it as dramatic as possible. Like, this boss is extremely bad. In reality, I'm sure HR would have gotten to him before he got this bad. But anyways, reading on. Okay, he says, I quit. Mr. Heine stood there, and if I hadn't known any better, I would have said that I shut that man up for good. But I didn't know. A few people clapped and cheered. Stanley, the work experience guy, picked up his red-colored flag and spun it around 3 or 4 times and said quietly, "Victory!" Mr. Heine looked at him like every time, but he wasn't, even though you may think so too. But really, he just has objectophilia. What? Anyways, I was at, you can't quit. I already fired you. Sir, I really should have just left. You have such vulgar language. You know there are other ways to express your feelings. I was being a smartass, but yes, actually. Workers looked up from their computer monitors in amazement. You're right. I was also surprised. Really? Yep. Well, I thought I might as well leave with a big bang, so I thought I'd say a little something. See, sometimes it's even difficult while I'm reading this to know who's saying what, but hopefully the book I'm writing now is far clearer than this, and more sensical. Yeah. So what does he say next? Well, sir, he ran up to me and bang, I fell to the floor moaning. Oh, my eye. Well, I did express my feelings in a different way. It feels a lot better too. Maybe I'll do it all the time, workers gasped. Oh my God, this boss is like physically abusing his his workers. Anyways. Because apparently Mr. Heine's whole family is in the New Jersey Police Department. And if you were to complain, he said he'd plant a gun in your desk, ring his cousins, and have you sent away to jail for 8 years. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, right. He's a freaking liar. Well, he actually proved his point. Gary opened his drawer one morning, then looked around suspiciously. After a few moments or two, policemen knocked down the door, ran to his desk, and arrested him for being armed without a license. Yep, it's true. Now get the heck out of my department. Oh my gosh. So this boss is like threatening to plant people with guns, and then his family works for the police. Oh my god. Okay. And then what's gonna happen? This is all new to me, even though I wrote this. It's been so long. Okay. I carried myself up and whatever dignity I had left in me, then took my packed bag, swung it over my shoulders slowly, one by one. I turned around, and I couldn't help myself. I needed to get the last word. Asshole. You need to get laid. I speedily walked out of the room, though before I opened the door, I stood and waved goodbye to all of my fellow employees from the last 8 years. Suckers. You rock, George. Ellen cheered. She wasn't dying, but she would always bring me donuts with blue icing. My favorite. Oh my god. Georgie yelled, Michael and Alan. Those two guys were the closest thing I had to brothers, and we were very close, but yeah, I bowed down. Most of the workers cheered. Stanley waved his flag. That kid's funny. He reminds me of someone. Just as I was about to stand upright, the door flung open, hit me in the arse, and I fell on my face. Oh, sorry, Molly apologized. Ouch, I complained. What took you so long? Mr. Heine asked. Big line. Give me the coffee. Okay. She handed him the coffee. He grabbed it and took a long gulp. As he did this, Molly turned around, and as I collected myself once again, she looked at me in the eye and winked. I looked back at her confused. Did she like me, or never mind. Good good coffee, complimented Mr. Heine. Oh, and George, I gulped. I get laid plenty. I get laid plenty. My ass a horny donkey wouldn't have sex with you if you were the last two living things on earth. I opened the door and rushed out, slamming it shut. I could hear the laughter, and then George. I ran to my car. It was at least 2 blocks down the street. I stuck the keys in the door, opened it, and sat. I breathed in. I felt the surge of relief fall over me. Then I sighed. I had no job. Hardly any money. No one to fall back on. No friends. I was pretty much, alone. Nobody knew who I was, really. I mean, if I died, it wouldn't matter to anybody. Nobody would wonder, oh, hey, where's George? He said. Where's George? He said he'd be here in 15 minutes. Nobody understands me the way I think, the way I am. Nobody wants to know. I'd go home, but that would have only depressed me further. So I just drove on. End of chapter 1. Okay, so he quits his job. Interesting. Chapter 2. What is meant to happen here? Alright, so this says, it was midday, and as I drove along the deserted roads, I wound down the window. Fresh air flew through and hit me in the face. It felt good, like a refreshing burst of life. I needed to start all over, but where was I to begin? A gust of red and yellow oak leaves twisted through the air outside of the window. It was so perfect, the way they flew with the wind. It was as if they were leading me somewhere, someplace calm and peaceful. So I followed them. I know what you're thinking. Okay, you do that. But it's just the way they spun, tossing and turning. And I had nothing else to do. So yeah. The leaves led me towards a park hill in the nothing special. It was a large park with a hill in the middle where okay, so this is a little difficult to follow. Well, it was covered in grass and small blue flowers scattered over the whole area, and there was a large old oak tree that was clinging onto the left side of the hill as it lost its leaves to the wind. So I parked the car over the curb onto the grass. I stepped out and began to walk up the hill. Ooh. And then that's that. So I think I may have also started writing some of this on a computer at some point, but I don't know if it's printed off somewhere or like this is so many family computers ago, so it's probably lost. I don't know what happens next exactly, but let's take a look through this now and see what's inside. Probably some concept art relating to the story. Yeah. Okay, now that we're done with the boring part, the words, let's look at the pretty pictures. What's inside of this slip? So yeah, there's the cover. I think those are my eyes, and then I colored them differently to represent that he's actually just, she's actually just a part of him. It's weird that I would, look, I used to do things from the male perspective a lot. And I think that's because I guess that's what I'm attracted to. And then, so I would, well, I don't know. It was just, I liked writing from the male perspective. There was something about it that seemed more comfortable for me. Or like me, like, that was like my focuses and whatnot. Anyways, I mean, I had an array of different characters that I would think about, but predominantly it was the guys. I don't know. Anyways, I won't get into that too much. But yeah, I guess it depicts the thing pretty well. The concept. This is like an original sketch, I think, before I colored it in. I think I might have made a copy because I was worried I was gonna screw it up somehow. But yeah. Oh, and even, what's this? What did I do? Oh, maybe, did I do that thing where you, oh no, I didn't. I was wondering how I managed to transfer this. Maybe it was like a plan. Maybe I created like a makeshift light box. You can do that pretty easily with like a tilted, I think my dad made one for me actually. Like a kind of, yeah, homemade light box. Went to Bunnings and got all the tools, the bits and bobs you need to do it. So I'd use that sometimes to make duplicates. But yeah, Lucy in the Falls, autumn, winter, spring, summer. So there's going to be across 1 year. I know. Plan for Hawaii meets. Oh, look, this is like story notes. So this is me trying to figure out what's going to happen in the story, I think. Honey in the Moon, Joseph Arthur. I like that Joseph Arthur guy. Anyways, winter plan for Hawaii. Nice and hot over there. Fails. Meets Lucy after she falls on top of him. Oh, wow. He agrees to take her around the place, showing to Florence. Walks past florist. What a nice day. She smiles at him and watches as he walks away. And tears fall down her face around the place. Shoulder down. Okay, looks like they meet and then he shows her around the town. We learn more about Joe. Oh, the guy is called Joe in this. I named him Joe. Wow. Okay. What he likes, what he does, where he goes. A moment when he is alone, looking up at the sky. A week later, he goes back to Lucy's house to show her around the place. They go to a shopping center, walk past the police. They look evil and they eat donuts. They look evil and they eat donuts. That's what police do, according to my 13-year-old brain. He shows her the lake in another few weeks. It should be should have been frozen. They get lunch here where he learns a little bit more about Lucy, where she's from, what she does. They get ice cream. Okay. And oh, I like the ones with nuts in them. Me too. They go to the park, and then she swings on the swings, and so does Joe. They talk about stuff. They fall asleep on the grass, wake up at 12:04 a.m. Okay, on their walk home, Lucy spontaneously decides that they should both jump into the pool of a passing house. She runs off. Joe follows. Miss falls. What on earth are you thinking? They swim is very good. It's a very sensual moment. Almost kiss. People show up and then they run away. Okay. Alright. Well, that's me trying to figure out what's going to happen in the story in each of the seasons of this year. Which is very interesting to me because that's kind of like the approach I was doing for this stupid book that I'm trying to write. This is probably some preliminary version of it that was swimming around in my mind. Some romantic shit. But yeah, there's them, I guess. He said, I can never be a woman. Paul Rudd's hair. Paul Rudd's hair. That's so funny. Some character notes or something. I think I wanted it to look like that guy. Life on Mars, 51st dates, Eternal Sunshine of the Spot. That's fine. Oh, okay. So this is me trying to figure out what movies it's a bit like, I think. The Truman Show, Life on Mars. So blending themes from stuff that I had seen from that to make this new concept. I think that's what my notes here mean. Joseph Parker, Peter Parker. His mind has thought up of a conglomeration of his favorite movies to create a world in his head where he is the main character. Oh my God. In real life, he works as a director in Hollywood. His career was going really well. Okay. Oh, and then I think it was like he got into a coma from some accident. People want to see the pain in the eyes. If you can fake cry convincingly, you can be the best. Everybody's got song notes. Interesting. So yeah, coming up with some kind of narrative here, and this is some character concepts. Joe's real friends. Deborah, Robert, Michael. Okay. What's this? You've always depicted yourself as a cute yet strange type, Joe. The florist. Okay, there's a florist character in this drama. A romantic drama kind of story. You've created a little romance in your head. Of course you'd do that, bloody romantic fool. Dad, please wake up. This is so hard on me. This is so hard on us. Okay, so I think that, he's in a coma and has to wake up because he's got this whole family waiting for him. Aw, that's sad. And there's the doctor, Joe's sisters. Come on, Joe, this is... Wake up. That ain't no way to talk to a coma patient. Anyways, son, your mother misses you. I miss you. I love you. Joseph and his whole family. Okay, some characters. His dog. My dog is also Max. Well, my dog was also called Maximus. So yeah, sometimes I just directly put shit from my actual life into the stories. Which is not that creative, is it? But anyways, I've never been in a coma, so anyways, it's kind of a tropey, overdone concept, I feel. But, I'm going to give myself credit. I was trying to come up with stuff here. You've let this go on for far too long, Lucy. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you've got to stop it right now. Joe's logic. James Miller. That's really weird. You've done your duty and you're free. Yes, you've done your duty and we are free. So there's supposed to be all these characters in the world of his head that are I guess trying to get him to snap out of his coma. But I think Lucy is so you know, such this perfect version of like a romantic partner for Joseph, that he is happy to remain in the dream or in his subconscious or like, you know, unconscious state, so he can be with her. But really he's got this whole family on the other side that is waiting for him to become a part of their lives again. So I think that's kind of like the plot twist. I don't think I'll ever do anything with that concept. I find it a little bit boring at this point. Oh, look, here's some lame romantic stuff. Here's some lame lyrics. Very lame stuff. But yeah, and so that's keeping him stuck in the fictional world in his brain. I can relate. Anyways, okay, but then we okay, and she rides a motorcycle. We should be wearing helmets. Okay, so she's like the happy-go-lucky, like, let's go and have fun, and he's the more nervous one. Okay. And then this is some more romantic scenes of them ice skating. And then, oh no, this is him. He's in the coma, he wakes up. And then he's like, oh, it was all bullshit. It was just in my imagination. I guess he had to let her go eventually and come out of his coma. And look, here are more drawings, and yeah, using my face as the reference. So I don't think it's a great thing to do to be I think that I think people should in general avoid seeing themselves as the opposite sex, because it's not good for your brain. At least it wasn't good for mine. So anyways, more concept art. What if we get caught? Lame. Okay, so this kind of reflects some of the notes that I was making there for this story. Like they go into the book, and then there's a kiss. Oh, let's not look at that because it's really cringe. And then designing Joseph. Okay, more drawings of the character. And then some more drawings of the character. Okay. So even more. Alright, and then this is like a duplicate of the other thing. But yeah. I seem to enjoy practicing drawing the male more. This hairstyle was so in at the time. I don't know. That kind of surfy, messy mop hair. So I think that's why I liked it a lot. I gave my male characters that look. But yeah. Anyways, so that's that. I have a lot I could kind of deep dive into about this concept, because I think it's a lot of reoccurring things. I mean, it's romance. I was seeking romance at the time. And eventually I got it, which is nice. What else? Oh, there's a few more. What's this? Oh, this is cool. I like that. That's Predator inspired. Yeah. But I gave it dragon wings and a scythe. Pretty cool. I like how this turned out. But yeah. Drawn inside my year 11 literature. But yeah, I definitely was putting in more effort into my drawings rather than my writing. And I've tried to flip that now in my adult years. I think it's good to develop your writing skills and to be able to think, like, it's good to develop your ability to think coherently, even though I still kind of struggle to be like that sometimes. But yeah, okay, well, there's that one all done. I might have some time for to film a few more today. Anyways, okay, bye bye.